Hello guys, welcome back. This is Bretta here, and let's take a look at the dracolyte. So let's start off by taking a look at this guy's abilities. So his passive is firewalking. The dracolyte moves faster through lava and takes less damage from it than other Trovians. So this doesn't mean that you've gotta like go bathing in lava, but you know, it's kinda handy when you accidentally step in lava, you get a buff and you don't immediately die, so that's gonna be really freaking awesome. Then his first ability is Spitfire. It charges your familiar. If charged, your familiar releases a fireball that deals damage over a small area. Damaging enemies with your basic attack will charge up your familiar. So, as our familiar is right now, you can see that, you know, he's kind of small, and when we press that button, just smoke comes out and nothing really happens. But when we, for example, throw some of these out, damage that actually counts as damage as well. You can see that now he is a fat little guy, and when we press our right mouse button again, you'll actually, you know, spit fire. It does a lot of damage, guys, it really does, because your main attack is just like pow 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 pow, just damage like that, but not a lot of damage. And then you use that ability and it's just like BAM! Just a lot of damage out there. So let's take a look at his next ability. Burned Offering throws a dragon idol onto the ground. The dracolyte's attacks can detonate the idol, dealing damage over an area. So I actually quickly showed you that just a second ago. When we give this guy 3 hits, he'll burst into flame on the next one. So that's gonna be really awesome to deal damage in an area around you. You probably want to throw a lot of these out there before the battle starts or something like that, because it really can do a lot of damage, as you saw right there. And other people can actually detonate those as well, so that's gonna be really freaking epic if you're in a big group. Then his last ability, his ultimate, is Avatar of Flame. Transforms Dracolyte into a dragon for 10 seconds, increasing movement speed, stability, and the damage done by the basic attack, while reducing damage taken by 50%. So if we do that, it's gonna be really quickly right here. You can see he chases into the dragon, takes the familiar into our hands. You can see our fire breath is way better. Now if we stand on a mount, we'll actually not change back, so you can stay in this form. As soon as we exit off of our mount, dismount this guy, we will change back though. But now I've gotten it like kind of stuck in this mode, I can show you off that when you fly in this form, you will actually not use your wings that you have equipped right here. So when you fly right now, it actually uses, well, the wings of the dragon. But when I go to like let's say my mag rider and then jump and fly like this, we'll actually use the wings of our dragon. That's really epic. That's really awesome. Now we will change back as soon as we hit the ground if we're not on our mount, but that's okay. Now let's talk a little bit about his role. Now this is the most tanky caster mage thingy in Trove that you're gonna find. The other tanks are like the melee characters, but this guy is definitely also a guy that you can play as a tank. Now he doesn't deal like long distance damage, so he's gotta be close in combat all of the time, and this gives him a really nice opportunity to be close to the guys and setting off bombs, you know, breathing fire, if he needs to change into a dragon to do a lot more damage. And it's a really awesome class. It's probably my favorite caster out of the entire bunch, and that's gonna be pretty much his role in combat. Now let's take a look at his dodge ability. As you can see right here, kind of jumps forward, really well animated, still pretty simple. let's take a look at his dance. Right there. Now all of these dances are based on real life dances, so if you recognize these dances, you can also note that the familiar dances with us. Really awesome. Now let's take a look at his pose. You can see the staff kind of horizontal, the moon in the background. It's really awesome. Let's take a look at his epic pose, which doesn't really work. There we go. Looks really epic. And then let's take a look at some of the costumes for this guy. So first off, go to costumes in the store, scroll down, and we have the Ashen Beast. Now this is pretty basic, but still looks really awesome. Then we have Shadow Maw, which also looks awesome. Now do note that all of these costumes do change the appearance of your dragon avatar form, so that's gonna be really awesome. For example, the Balefire Beast has like these, when you go into dragon form, you have these really nice tattoos, like green tattoos on your back, and it's really awesome. Your fire is green, all of the VFX changes. The Dreamlight's also really awesome, and probably the most eccentric costume of all of them is the Mecha Dracolyte. Now this changes your fire that you spit out of your wand, changes that into a rapid storm of bullets. It changes your dragon avatar form into a huge mech. Your little dragon that's flying besides you is a cannon flying besides you. It's really awesome, really well done. I do believe that's by Screamheart, which is not a surprise. That's really freaking awesome, guys. Then let's take a look at the potions I've got on this guy. So I have a extra damage boost emblem on there. I have a Death Defying Flask, which I always equip. Then I have a whatchamacallit, a damage resistance, well, invulnerability actually, emblem on there, which is also really nice. Now for mounts that go well with this guy, you actually have a few mounts that are purposefully directed at this guy. You have the Phoenix, and you have the Balefire Phoenix. Now the Balefire Phoenix is made to go together really well with the Balefire Beast skin, because it's, you know, green. Then you have the Kami of the Scorched Earth, which also goes really nice with that. You have the Kami of the Scorched Shores, or whatever, which is really nice with Balefire. Once again, you have, you know, this guy, whatever it's called. It's kind of ugly, but goes together really well with that, and a bunch of other mounts as well. So yeah, let's take a look at this guy in action. I'll meet you guys at a Uber 1 world, and yeah, we'll take a look at this guy when he's actually in some real combat. So see you guys there. Now, of course, the biome associated with this guy is the Dragonfire Peaks. So we are here in a Dragonfire Peaks Uber 1 world, and let's actually rip some enemies apart. So here are our first victims. You can see we do rapid damage. We don't do that much damage as some of the other classes that we've seen already in this series, but when we do our second ability, which is our dragon's little fire spit thing, you can see we do a whole ton of damage. Now, before we fight this guy, I'm gonna put down a bunch of these idols, blow them up, and you can see the damage output increases a metric ton. So let's actually go to a Uber 6 world right now. See you guys there, and so you can guys, you know, see me in pain basically. So we'll see you guys there. So we are here in a Uber 6 world, as you can see right there, for all of the guys that don't believe me when I say something. And we're gonna take a look at the damage this guy does. There's another person here, so that's gonna be really confusing. So let's actually see if we can, you know, go to this dungeon instead. So you guys can see Dracolyte action soloing. So now we're nice and alone. You can see the damage we do. pretty decent actually. Let's go into this form to do some extra damage. Now I don't have great staves or anything like that, so the damage output is still inferior to some of my melee classes because those have radiant gear and stuff like that. But yeah, you get the basic idea of this guy. As soon as you hear the little sound cue that your dragon is charged, press it, drop some idols on the ground to do extra damage. There we go. And if you can, use your dragon avatar form. Also try to evade most of the attacks, and there we go. So yeah, hope you actually like this class, hope you learned something new, hope you have a very nice day, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye guys!